Hello, fellow real estate agents. In this video, I'm going to turn the real estate industry upside down. I'm going to show you how easy it is for you to keep 100% of your commission, have personalized branding, still have all the administration and trust accounting done for you, plus powerful lead generation technology that will win you way more listings. Hello, I'm Michael Choi, the founder of Area Specialist. Firstly, let's look at the traditional real estate model where you've got the sales consultant, which could be you, and the director, and they're both penalized on performance. What I mean by this is the more commission you write, the more you pay to your director, and the more your director pays to, for instance, a franchisor. In many cases, the franchisor makes more profit out of the real estate business than the actual business owner themselves. Yet they're not the ones with the cost, the time, the risk, the effort, the energy, yet they still make more money out of that business. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Add to this, there's extremely high running costs for running a traditional real estate business model. Everything's going up, award rates, superannuation, rent, all the subscriptions and all the apps that are getting created on a weekly basis that the office has to subscribe to, plus agents are wanting a higher split. But because of all these high running costs, the director can't afford to pay you the higher commission splits that you deserve. And because of this, we're seeing a massive movement of agents becoming their own boss, keeping 100% of the commission because it's the only way for you to be appropriately rewarded for your efforts. So, Area Specialist is a platform, it's a system, it's a solution for you to become your own boss, keep 100% of the commission without the cost, without the time, and without the risk of running a traditional real estate model. We stop the omission from your commission by transforming you from Robin into Batman. Let me show you how it works. The old way versus the modern way. On the old way, the traditional model, the agent is at the bottom of the food chain and the bulk of the commission that they earn is paid to their upline, their boss, and their franchisor. This doesn't make sense to me personally because the agent's the one that's working long hours, 60 hours a week, weekends. They're putting all the effort, they're putting all the energy. The clients are listing with them. The clients in the 90% of the time are listing with that agent regardless of what company that agent works for. So why is that agent giving 50% of their commission away to their upline? So the modern way is the agent's now at the top because people list with people. They don't list with companies. And the agent now subscribes downwards to a flat fee service. Have you ever wondered and have you ever questioned why when you do a sale in your office, say it's a $10,000 commission, they take $5,000, yet a $30,000 commission, they take $15,000. Why do they take extra commission just because you got extra commission? It doesn't cost extra rent, doesn't cost extra admin time, doesn't take extra knowledge. There's no extra time to process a higher commission file than there is a lower commission file. So why is your office taking more of the cut? It's broken. It's a broken system. It's an old system. And that is why we've created this modern way where the agents at the top of the food chain, they subscribe downwards to a flat fee service to get absolutely everything done for you. Let me show you what we provide. Okay, this is a list of the services that we provide at Area Specialist for you, all inclusive. Firstly, a full branding suite. We have like a 70-page plus document and we're constantly upgrading it, updating it, and adding more. Anything that you need or want, we've got, and if we don't have it, we'll create it. This includes social media designs, absolutely everything. It's all digital. You can pluck and choose and move things around. It's fantastic. Corporate website, personal website. So you form part of our areaspecialist.com.au website, plus you have your own website as well. It might be bobsmith.com.au. That's all inclusive as well. No extra cost there. Powerful lead generation systems. I'm going to show you an example of that, live examples. CRM subscription, state of the art, very, very good CRM. It does everything. It is a Ferrari. REA, Domain, REWA for those that are in Western Australia, and All Homes for those that are in ACT subscription, that's included. Price Finder, Trust Accounting and Sales Support's done for you. We can do your property management for you if you want to, or you can self-manage yourself, but otherwise we can manage your rent roll for you. Vendor paid advertising, so if the vendor doesn't pay for the advertising up front, we can look after that for you. digital after appraisal proposals. That's a mouthful, but let's just say you've done an appraisal and you need to do a submission. It's all digital. We've got that all covered for you. Digital signing of authorities or Form 6s if you're in Queensland, and contracts of sale. So all digital. You could do paper if you want to, but it's all provided digitally. In-house graphic design, access to all our suppliers. There's no strict rules. You can list and sell anywhere. You run the business the way that you want to run the business, the way that your local marketplace likes, and the way that matches your needs and your wants and your style. Be true to you. You can run as a mobile agent by yourself or with a PA, or you can have an office or team structure. So we have different structures. We have a revenue share system. So if you help me recruit agents into the area specialist system, I pay you ongoingly, passive, reoccurring income every single month, every single year, ongoingly. Very, very good. I'll show you more about that later. Ongoing training. And of course, no joining fee. So it's free to join us. Okay, let's look at the lead generation systems. You can watch the video here, but I'll show you a live example. Okay, firstly, we've got a website here. This is a website called pricemyhouse.online. We own it. We geo-target this to your local marketplace through many places, whether it be Google, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever, to people that own real estate in your local market. Now, the advantage of our lead generation system compared to anyone else's is that we don't make money off it. So let's just say you give $1,000 to a company that's doing leads for you. They're going to keep $500 of that and only spend $500 to get you leads. Whereas if you give us $1,000, we spend the full $1,000 to get you leads. We make no money off it, so you're always going to get twice the amount of leads with us than anywhere else. So I'll give you an example of this. This is my Outlook, and you can see here there is 176 appraisal requests that I got in a 4-day period. The red ones are sellers, so if I click on the red ones, I've blurred out the addresses, by the way, just because of privacy, obviously. But you get here, it says that they're selling. You get the first name, you get the last name. Here they only put their initials, so why don't I give you another example. Address, you say that they're selling, you get the first name, last name, mobile, and email address, and all these red ones are sellers. So if you see any red ones, these ones are sellers. About 10-20% of them are actually selling, so it's quite pretty good conversion rate. Okay, very, very good conversion rate. That's lead generation system number 1. Okay, I'll show you lead generation system number 2. This is Facebook, and this is an ad that a vendor has paid for. So instead of doing, say, a just listed drop, we believe in doing it digitally because it's more cost effective and it's targeted. So this could be a video, it could be a slideshow, it could have images of you, the property, whatever, right? The vendor's paid for it, and you geo-target this to your local marketplace for people that own real estate, people that could be the potential buyer. And I'll try and focus on the actual appraisals and listings rather than just the buyers, even though this targets buyers. So right now, this ad's gone onto someone's mobile phone or their desktop. They've clicked on it because they're interested, and anyone that's looking at, for example, a 4-bedroom house, for example, is likely selling a 3-bedroom house or a unit or apartment. So buyers are sellers. So that is why this is very good. And the other reason why this is good, because it doesn't cost you a cent. The vendors pay for this like a just listed drop. So the person, the prospective vendor, clicks on it, says, hey, would you like to take a look inside? They say, yes, let me in. And then the robot takes over and it says, okay, Michael, so Facebook knows who I am. And it says, let me introduce you to the property, etc., etc. This is the details of the property. There's a bit of a slideshow there as well. They can look at the photos. I'll go down. The great thing about this as well is that this runs 24/7. It doesn't get tired. It doesn't get exhausted. So it's like it's a robot personal assistant that doesn't have annual leave or anything. They can book an inspection, a day or time, but in this instance, we're talking about an appraisal. So they click appraisal there. And once again, this could be happening while you're doing an appraisal, whilst you're out with your family, while you're out on a holiday, whatever. The computer is working for you 24/7, and it's not wasted on the wrong eyeballs. Say, for example, on a letterbox drop, someone has to pick it up, read it, type it in the phone, then contact you. Here it's all done. It's on the device that they're already on. It's on Facebook, which they're already on. It's nice and easy, and it's more cost effective than printing and also paying a letterbox dropper. And I hope you're not letterbox dropping because you're too valuable for that. As we say, Richard Branson doesn't fly the plane. You've got to focus on the dollar productive activity. Okay, so it asked me for my address. I'll type in an address here. Fake Street, obviously the person should put the suburb in. This is just a demo. So the robot takes over, asks for bedrooms, bathrooms, phone number, etc., etc. And then you as the agent, you have access to that. I obviously don't need to go through the whole thing for you, but you just need to know that it works, and we run this whole thing for you. So you don't need to run this. All you need to do is get the money from the vendor for this, for the advertising, and then we run the whole ad for you. So set and forget system. Okay, so I showed you the first lead generation system, showed you the second one, which is on Facebook, and now I'm going to show you the third one. So this is the third one, another system that I created called 3seconds.online. The first two lead generation systems was to get listings that are outside of your database or people that you might not know about and bring them into your database, okay? This system here is a system to find listings that are already in your database. So for example, you might have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people in your database, whatever it may be, 10,000, but you can't physically call through all of that because you're busy doing other things. So rather than having to call through all of that, we find the sellers in your database by sending out this text message to your database maybe every 2 months or every 3 months. So imagine sending out a text message to your database saying, want to know what your house is worth in 3 seconds? Just enter your address here. So I put in the address. It comes up. The computer generated that automatically. It works all over Australia. Some photos, valuation, etc., etc. There's a bit of a disclaimer, and then they can put more accurate details in here if they want to, or if they want to get a full appraisal, they can put in their details here. But the great thing is they don't need to do that because you've already got their details. This is unbranded, so you can have it branded. You can put your logo, you can put your name on it, or you can have it unbranded. My suggestion is to have it unbranded, and because it's a lot more powerful, and if the valuation is too high or too low, you won't get in trouble or you won't offend anyone because they don't know who it comes from. The text message goes out, it finds out people in the databases thinking about selling, they put in their address, you put in that address into your CRM, you cross-reference it, and then you can give them a random call because it's an unbranded link and say, hi, Bob Smith, just thought I'd give you a call, touch a base, just sold a house around the corner from you, we have leftover buyers. Do you have any plans on doing anything? They say, wow, what a coincidence that you call me, Michael, because we're actually thinking about selling. Yeah, come over. Let's put our house up for sale. So yeah, rather than calling through that whole database or fishing one by one in the lake, you throw dynamite, the dynamite explodes, the fish come up to the top, and you just skim the surface. A very efficient way to do business. Now, this only costs you $1 a lead, $1 a lead. So our systems, we're not trying to make money off it. We're just trying to make sure that area specialist agents have the best systems available to continue to kick butt in their marketplace. So I've showed you the lead generation systems. Now let's look at the branding. just checked that out, and now you're like, Michael, this sounds great. You provide all the systems, you provide all the subscriptions to me. You've got fantastic branding. You've got powerful lead generation. This is way more than what my office was providing. What's the catch? How much does it cost? Okay, well, let's get into that. There's two models. Firstly, there's an office or a team model. So the office or the team is $2,500 per month, including GST. And you can have as many people as you like in that. So example, if you had 5 people, the 5 people could potentially pay $500 each, and you get the whole system that I just spoke about there. Or you have a mobile agent, which is an agent by themselves, or maybe with a PA or something like that, and it's $1,500 per month. So you can write $100,000 in a month, and all you pay is $1,500. That's it. So the more you earn, the more you get to keep. We don't take a percentage. Very, very important. We don't believe in taking a percentage. You're the one doing all the hard work. You look at Netflix. Netflix charges a flat fee per month, and it's all you can eat. And we have the same belief system that it should be all you can eat. You're the one doing all the hard work. You're the one putting all the energy. So you just pay us a flat fee, and you keep the rest. It's 100% commission. So when the commission comes in, you invoice us for the commission. Say it's a $15,000 commission, a $20,000 commission, and we actually pay you that whole $20,000 commission. And then once a month, we just invoice you for $1,500. So there's a calculator here. I'll open up. So let's just say you do 50 transactions a year. The average commission that you're charging is $15,000. Franchise fee is 10%. Split that you're getting at the moment is 50%. And I'm just going to put 0 here for the moment. For agents that you can recruit, I'll talk more about that later. So you do 50 sales a year, $15,000 per transaction. The office that you work at pays 10% to the franchise. You get 50%. And so your commission works out to be $337,000. All right. However, if you were in area specialist, you would get $732,000. It's massive. It's more than double the amount. Okay, because you're not paying to your upline that I explained before. Then what's really interesting is that there's a revenue share system. So for the first 5 mobile agents that you introduce to us, we give you 25% of the $18,000 that they pay me every single year for the first 5. And then after 5, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 onwards, you get 50% of the revenue. And it's not profit. So I have running costs still. So you get of the revenue, which is higher than profit. So let's just put here, for example, 20 agents. If you referred 20 agents and did those transactions that you did up here, you would make $889,000 every single year. Okay? Every single year. And of that, there's passive income. This revenue share is passive. It's reoccurring. Every single month, we just pay you. As long as you're both within area specialist, you get that. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a way, in fact, that you can get more than 100% of your commission. These people on the revenue share, there's no legal risk. There's no financial risk. You're not tied to them. They're their own business as well. And in fact, you're helping an individual because they're stuck in this old system, this archaic system, and you're introducing your friend or your colleague to a system that is much better for them and their family. So I've just showed you how the payment system works, how you keep 100% of the commission, and in fact, how you can even earn more than 100% commission through the revenue share system. Now I wanted to show you the social media offerings that we have. But before I get into that, I also wanted just to make a note that on our system, you actually have a tax savings as well. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, so please see a financial advisor or your tax expert. But basically what happens is because you're running as a company, you're now paying corporation tax and you're not paying employee tax. So there's a massive saving of, say, 20% in tax just from changing the structure. So you're not only keeping 100% of the commission, but you're saving on tax as well. So it's a really big plus. Also, our commission structure model, or the fact that we charge $1,500 per month, that's very cheap if you're a performing agent because it's capped. However, it's not cheap if you're not a performing agent. Now, we've done that on purpose because I've looked at the other mobile models that are out there, and I've looked at I love mobile models, but I looked at their weaknesses and I thought, okay, there's certain weaknesses in all these mobile models. I'm going to make sure that we don't have those weaknesses. And one of the weaknesses is not just lead generation, not just classy branding, and not just social media that I'm about to show you, but a lot of the mobile models bring on not so great agents, let's put it that way. And so if you join them, you're associated with lower standard agents. Whereas with area specialists, we bring on area specialist agents because our fee structure discourages low performing agents and encourages high performance agents to join us. So we are the cream of the crop. We're the area specialist, and you'll form a part of that. You'll be proud to go to a real estate conference and say, yeah, I'm an area specialist agent, because then another agent will go, okay, they must be good. Whereas if we're in another mobile model and you told someone that you're with ABC mobile model, they're like, oh, they're the ones with all the retired real estate agents. Well, that is not area specialist. Okay, let's get into social media. Another one of our points of difference. We can set up all your social media accounts for you, all your business manager accounts. We can create audiences for you. People that live in your area that own real estate, people that are thinking about selling, so they've watched certain videos, clicked on certain things. We put cookies and pixels on their computer. We grab their data, their IP address, and we retarget them with ads. We can do all the content for you for Facebook and Instagram. So we can run that all for you. All those 3 lead generation systems that I showed you before, just listed ads. One of them I showed you before, just sold ads. So an example of that could be like a video that you play, a testimonial, and then it goes into like a lead form, and you grab the person's details from that. It could have subtitles, whatever. Market reports. So we could do market reports in your local areas. Let's just say you've got a certain territory that you like to work. Every single month, we put all the sales by every single agent in that report, and we email it out to your database every single month. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to proof it. It all just gets automated. As you can see, we're a one-stop shop to help agents just have everything going for them. Live market updates, Google business page, YouTube advertising, which can actually be free if they don't click on the ad. There's more about, but you can talk to me about that when we do a Zoom session, and personal website as well. So when it comes to digital marketing, no one's doing really what we're doing. And we just provide absolutely everything in the area specialist system. So yeah, go to beyourboss.com.au and feel free to browse around, check it all out, and play around with a calculator down below as well. Maybe look at some recent testimonials. Get in touch with me here. Now, that's the end of the, I suppose, presentation of area specialists. However, there is a bonus session that I'm going to go with you. So if you're still with me, thank you for your attention. Thank you for giving me your valuable time. Let's go into a bonus session. Welcome to the bonus session of the beyourboss.com.au presentation. What I've done is I've clicked on the More tab on the website to answer the most frequently asked questions. Many people say, Michael, this sounds too good to be true. And, what's the catch, etc., etc. Well, I've answered all the questions here, the most common questions that I have. Firstly, with the uncertainty in the market, I'm scared to make the move. Well, this is why it's even more important to make the move. If there's fewer listings or less money to be made, then you want to make sure that you keep most of it and not give it to your office. In a hot market, it's also a perfect solution because, you get to keep the majority of the money and you get appropriately remunerated. The agents that we attract aren't worried about, the market or anything like that, because they're not worried if the water's too deep. They're actually, they can swim. The established agents, the area specialist agents, they're worried if the water's too shallow. So in an uncertain market, it's the best time to be actually doing it because you need to keep 100% of your commission. It's all overwhelming. Where do I start? Not a problem. We hold your hand through the whole thing. We have a whole onboarding checklist from A to Z to show you exactly what you need to do to start your own business. What are the actual steps? And we take you and we guide you along through that. So all you need to do is say, Michael, I'm in, and I introduce you to our operations manager, Megan, and she will onboard you and show you what to do from there. In one sentence, why should I join? Don't spend your health to earn your wealth. Too many agents are working silly hours, and you could just be on a correct or more favorable structure. And that's what this is. We're about bringing lifestyle back. We're about bringing family back. We're about bringing health back, and it's still earning a truckload of money. You can have it all. You can have your cake and eat it too. I'm loyal, Michael. I love the system, but I'm loyal. Are you more loyal to your family or you're more loyal to your boss? Because at the end of the day, if you're sick or if, God forbid, you go to heaven, some of you might go to hell, your boss is just going to replace you. They'll put an ad on Seek and replace you. You need to be loyal to yourself. You need to be loyal to your family. You need to be loyal to your kids. And part of that loyalty is having the right structure so you have enough time for them and for yourself, and you're also earning the right kind of money. You're happy where you're at? Yeah, okay. But would you be more happy having all the same systems or better systems even, but earning more money and paying less tax? Tax savings is a huge thing. I'm scared to make the move to lose listings. Well, you got to ask yourself, in the last 12 months, what percentage of your listings were given to you by the office versus self-generated? If most of your listings are given to you from your office, then we're not the system for you. We're not for everyone. But if you're producing most of the listings yourself, then our system is very good for you. And think about it. There hasn't been actually one agent that I'm aware of. I can't think of an agent that's joined Area Specialist and has lost market share or has lost traction or has lost listings. They don't, because the brand's about them. People already know who they are. In fact, they get more listings because people want to support them in their boutique business. But in many cases, you would have to lose 50% of your listings to still be on the same amount of income that you're on. It's not going to happen. Because I think there's more risk in staying in the traditional model that you're in at the moment than there is at having your own business, because the risk is the opportunity that you're losing in the traditional model that you're in. I don't know how to do trusted accounting. That's fine. We do it all for you. So that's all good. I've seen other mobiles out there and they seem to attract low performing agents. I agree. I hate that. That's one pet hate I have about mobile agencies. Yet that is why we do the flat fee to detract or disincentivize low performing agents and to attract high performing agents. And our brand is cleaner, sharper. It's called Area Specialists. And so we are attracting the cream of the crop. And that's, we've got several $1 million agents. Majority of our agents write $500,000 plus. You'll be in very good company. Can you get me leads? Yes, we have powerful lead generation systems. If you watch the lead generation video on the homepage, so just click on there and you can watch that lead generation system. Who funds the advertising for the vendor? Well, there is 3 ways. The vendor funds it, pays up front. That is ideal. You can fund it if you want to. I don't advise it. We can fund it, but we charge a 15% admin fee, kind of like interest that we take at the end on settlement or when they withdraw the property, and I'll cover that cost. So you don't have to fund it. The vendor doesn't have to fund it. I'll fund it. Or you can go to, there's VPA companies out there that charge less than 15% that you can use as well. You can use any of those vendor finance companies. Not a problem at all. Do you have to have an office or can you work from home? You can do whatever you like. We have, right now, I'm sitting in a huge super office that does 6 million plus per year. And then we've got agents that work from home. We've got agents that fitted out their garage. We've got agents working in co-working places. It's completely up to you. I can't afford to open up my own business. That's because you can't afford to open up your own business because you're in a model that you're not getting paid enough. It's a catch-22. You're not getting paid enough, so you can't save up enough money to open up your own business. Fortunately, the startup cost to run an Area Specialist style business is so much low. It's ridiculously low. You'll be very surprised on how low it actually is. Call me, email me, and I'll go through the startup cost. It's silly low. And so it's fantastic. I moved when I sold all my listings. Look, a lot of our agents do that. They have a transitional period where, you know, they hold off on some of their listings and they sell all of their listings. But you're pretty much always going to have listings, so you might have to leave 1 or 2 listings behind, and that's a gift to your office. That's short-term pain. Don't worry about that little pain. Think long-term. Lose a couple of listings to gain 100% commission on everything else in the future. And yeah, look, that's the way I look at it, and that's the way, you know, all our agents look at it. I feel bad leaving my vendors behind. Well, talk to them, price them correctly. If they don't price correctly, you don't have to feel bad. They're the ones that are priced incorrectly, which is why they haven't sold. You know, give them a month to sell. If they don't sell, it's not because of your skill set. It's because something with them, they're not listening to you on your advice. And so you can leave them with your current agency with a clear conscience, knowing that you've done everything right. And that's the main thing, your reputation and doing everything right. The locals don't know what area specialist is. Correct. That's why we don't make the brand about area specialists. We make it about you. Vendors and landlords are not our clients. You're our client. Agents are our clients. So we made the whole business model not for vendors or buyers or sellers or landlords. We made the whole business model for you, agents. And this different approach means that we've been able to service you guys and make it a lot better for you. The logo is all about you. The locals know who you are. They're listening with you, the area specialist. Is your business financially sound? Yes. We run at, so as I said, running a $6 million business. I'm sitting in a $6 million business right now. That's my business. And that absorbs a lot of the running costs of Area Specialist Mobile, the national business. It's a profitable business. It's a safe business. So rest assured, no issue there at all. How long does it take to onboard? It depends how quick you are in responding to things, but 2 to 3 weeks. Can I carry my REA reviews over to my new profile? Yes, you can. This is a great thing. As long as the REA reviews don't mention your current agency, REA will move over your reviews to area specialists with us. How does property management work? There's 3 ways. You can self-manage. You can get someone else to manage. Anyone. You can get Bob Smith to manage it, ABC Franchise to manage it, and work out whatever deal you want with them, or we can manage it for you. Talk to me more about that on a Zoom session. What is white labeling, and why doesn't Area Specialist believe in it? White labeling is where there's other mobile models that allow you to create your own brand. And I think it's very clever from a listing perspective because it appeals to your ego. You get excited by it. So you want to join them because you can create Michael Choi Real Estate. Yeah. The disadvantage of it is that there's no national leverage, there's no local leverage, and in one local marketplace, there could be 3 or 4 agents that are all under this white label model competing against each other when they could all be, say, area specialists and helping each other, leveraging each other, because the locals see area specialists everywhere. And you got cost savings in that by centralizing costs, like websites, like certain subscriptions, printing. There's so much more advantage of making it all consistent, and especially nationally and locally consistent. If you want to go out there and you're stuck on, creating your own brand, Michael Choi Real Estate, then great, go do that. But you don't need to pay a mobile agency to do that for you. If you're going to create your own brand, create your own brand and do it all yourself. You don't need to pay them 20%, 25%, 10%, whatever it is ongoing. You're the one doing all the hard work. Why should you pay an ongoing percentage for all your hard work? Do it all yourself, or perhaps join Area Specialist and have nice, clean, modern branding, which still has your name in it. It can have your fellow director's name. It can have any employees' names in the logo as well. So we're really the best of both worlds, I believe. Do you have to be a licensed estate agent to join Area Specialist? Yes, you do. However, we have different models as well if you're not a licensed estate agent. So I'll show you stage 1, not a licensed estate agent. You are on a retainer and you get paid the commission on 55. This is the office responsibility, agent responsibility. So come and have a check that out. Stage 2 is commission only, 70% split. So let's just say you're not a licensed estate agent, but you want to get paid more. We can put you on a 70% commission split. and you don't need to be licensed, which is fantastic. Stage 3 is 80%, capped at $20,000 per year. So you might choose this instead of doing a flat fee every single month or $1,500 a month. You might go, so $1,500 a month comes to $18,000 a year. But you might not want to pay that every single month. You might do a percentage because you go on a holiday for 2 months of the year or whatever it be. So for that 2 months, you don't pay me anything because you're only paying a percentage. So, and it's capped at $20,000 a year. So you earn 80% commission, basically for the first 100 grand. And then after 100 grand, it's 100% commission. And then stage 4, which is the one that I've explained on this whole video, which is 100% commission. Something I didn't mention on the video is the file fee. There is a file fee of $5.99 per transaction, obviously, because if you do 100 transactions, $18,000 isn't going to cover my administration. So it's $5.99 per transaction. But the reason why I didn't cover that earlier on in the video is because you don't pay for that. The vendors pay for that. You don't pay for it. The vendors do, and it's in the marketing schedule. All our agents get the vendors to pay for it. The vendors have no issue with it. It's just a marketing or administration fee in there. So yeah, all you pay is $18,000 a year. Whilst you're at it, feel free to check out this page on beyourboss.com.au, which is how to open up a real estate agency as well. It talks about a franchisor still relevant, should you start your own brand, all the legal requirements of starting a business, how to make profit, the 16 costly mistakes to avoid when starting a real estate agency. So I spent a lot of energy and time creating this, so you can go through there, download some things. Employee versus business owner. I talked to you about the pros and the cons of being an employee versus a business owner, advantages and disadvantages of starting your own business, the 12 frustrations sales consultants have. Now, this is important to know if you're starting your own business and you're going to employ sales consultants, because you want to avoid these frustrations, because otherwise your sales consultants will leave you too. 15 frustration real estate directors have and how to avoid them. Should you slowly buy out your director? This is a massive one. If you're in negotiations or discussions with your director at slowly buying them out or buying out portions, you need to read this. Very, very important. I've approached this at a completely different perspective, a completely different angle, and I call it the golden handcuff, and there's some real irony around this, and you really need to spend the energy. If you're going to spend the hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars buying into a business, spend 5 seconds to 2 minutes reading this article. Buying a small share in your business, same thing. The irony of starting your own real estate business, and the summary. And the summary basically is that real estate, running your own business, isn't for everyone. But the area specialist model removes all the costs, the time, and the risk of doing it yourself. It's a complete package. Go to beyourboss.com.au, make an inquiry just here, and I'd love to talk to you. Everything is confidential. There's no obligation. No one will know about our discussion, and I look forward to speaking to you on the phone or doing a Zoom session. Thank you very much for your time.